I'm from the School of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. So thank you for joining this virtual session about the courses from the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. I've been with the school now for 25 years, so I've seen a lot of different cohorts going through. So I'm in a pretty good position to advise you whether this course is suitable, and this is the course for you to choose, to select. So basically, let me see whether I can get my, so yes, School of Mechanical Aerospace, and hopefully you start your amazing journey with us. Now, to get to know you a little better, I've designed a little poll just to know your position, okay? Let me just turn on the poll if you allow me to. Let's, okay, and I just want to know the position. Can you all see the poll there? Yes, if you can, just type a 1 as well in the chat box. And if you can participate in the poll, just to let me know your background, where you're coming from when you're attending this virtual talk, whether you're just deciding on engineering as a career choice, course of study, or you have not decided which university to go to. The other one is you've decided NTU but not sure what engineering course to take, or you've already decided NTU and engineering but deciding whether what is the School of Mechanical and Aerospace, what we offer, and so on and so forth. And then of course, if you are a parent and you're just here to listen, you can type in none and above, you just want to listen, and that's fine. So at least I know the demographics of this audience, and I can help you address your concerns. So please type in the poll. Yes, thank you so much for getting the answers. Yeah, please enter the poll. Thank you. Maybe another minute or so. Make it wider. Okay, so thanks for your feedback. So I think you can see the, oh, I see there are 2 people who haven't decided yet whether engineering is a degree course for them to take. We have 1, not sure which university to apply to. Okay, so noted. We have 3 deciding, yes, confirm come to NTU, but not sure which engineering course to take, to apply to. And then we have 3 people also decided NTU School of Mechanical Aerospace, but whether I should apply to the School of Mechanical Aerospace. And then the last one, which is the most popular, is to know more about the course. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. I'll close the poll here. So I've got some idea of the background. Okay, so now we have about just under 1 hour together. So I think my talk will be about 20-25 minutes to see how it goes. Feel free during the presentation to enter any of your questions in the chat box. And then afterwards, after the presentation is over, we can even have a virtual Q&A session. Okay. So I would like to just to share, and it's important to me that you find this session very productive, that you use this session not as a passive participant, but to ask your questions and have your questions answered. I'll do my best to answer your questions. So it's important that not that I just share with you what our school can do, and it's an amazing school, what we have done, but also that we tailor that this school suits your career aspirations. This is the journey that you want to journey with us, and it's a lifetime journey. It's not just a journey for 3 to 4 years. Okay, so now our school is I think considered one of the biggest, if not the biggest, mechanical engineering school in the world by virtue of the number of faculty that we have. And because of this, there are certain advantages already when you join our school. One is, of course, our faculty are well renowned around the world, they're highly qualified, and they have lots of experiences and knowledge to share with you. The second one is because we have such a large faculty, our network and contacts throughout the industry is very, very broad. So we can get connections with companies working in specific areas of research and development that we can use to assist our students get the internships and hopefully the career choices. Now, when you select a school, okay, or our school to join, do not just focus mainly on the degree program we provide. Okay, so I mean that one is yes, that's the basic requirement that we do very well. Okay, however, you should look at the wider context of what the other universities, or certainly the smaller universities, cannot provide compared to us, because nowadays the knowledge is freely available. You can study online and so on. So the information is not an issue. However, what the value that you come to us is obviously the opportunities, the experiences that we can provide our students, which the other universities may or may not be able to provide. So one of the things that we are very proud of is our overseas exchanges, our close industrial contacts with industry. We can get you mentored by someone from the industry, or close links with the industry, as well as industrial attachments. And we basically handhold you all the way after you graduate and beyond to make sure that you transition well after you attend our courses, and make sure that you're well skilled and prepared for serving society, and you transition to finding a meaningful role in the industry. So this is our core belief. One is that our course, we start off with the fundamentals. You spend the first 2 years. We give you a very strong foundation in engineering. This is the first 2 years. So you do the theoretical, mostly more weighted on the theoretical, just to establish your foundation. And then from the third and fourth year, this is where the courses become more industry relevant. Okay, our curriculum is always kept up to date because we have yearly consults with our industry advisory panel who advise us what is relevant in the industry, what is needed in the industry, what we need to train our students to be relevant in industry. So we are very proud that our curriculum is industry relevant. And then, as you know, in engineering is not so much about what you know, but more importantly, what you do with the information that you've already studied. So a lot of our content is basically on the application side, and you'll be involved in a lot of different projects that give you the opportunity to test out and apply the knowledge that you learn to solve real-world engineering problems. So this is something that we feel is the only way in which you can test and assess yourself that what you know can really go into solving engineering problems. So for those of you who are not sure on what engineers do, obviously in our college, in the university, we come under the College of Engineering. And we used to have 6 engineering schools. I believe now we are creating a 7th engineering school. So the School of Mechanical and Aerospace is one of the 6. Now, if you for those who are not clear on what mechanical engineers do, we are very different from the other engineering schools like bioengineering and civil and computer materials and all. All of them have got specific roles to serve in the industry. Now, for mechanical engineers, we are in the business of things that move. Okay, from transportation to heat transfer to fluid flow and so on and so forth. There are many areas. And basically, if you look at the slide here, Engineers, the difference between engineers and scientists is that engineers take the knowledge that the scientists generate and use it in a creative and clever manner to solve actual engineering problems. Okay, so we take the knowledge that the scientists generate and put it into a form that mankind can benefit. So we are in the business of creating a better world, because if you look around us, many of the things that we interact, we use our laptops, our handphones, the air conditioning, even the plumbing system, electrical system, telecommunications have all been created by engineers to make the life that we live comfortable and comfortable. So without the engineers developing the comforts of life, you find that the life becomes very, very difficult to live in and uncomfortable. So, and the thing is that we take this for, many of us take this for granted. We expect the air conditioning to be cold, we expect the water to be running, we expect the network to be working, the Wi-Fi and so on and so forth. But you have to realize that there are many people behind the scenes to provide the services that we enjoy on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so mechanical engineering is one of the oldest branches of engineering. Okay, people have been inventing and creating more sophisticated devices and machines in order to improve the conditions of life. So many of the things that we use are done by mechanical engineers. So basically, I always tell my students, anything that is moving, physical, that we can touch, is the role of the mechanical engineers. So if you think about it, I always give the analogy of, say, a home or cave. First time you move in, okay, the first thing you establish a home, you have the civil engineers or the structural engineers building the home. So you have got the foundations of a home. But now you need running water, electricity, your networking, and so on and so forth. And this is where the mechanical engineers come in. They come in, they put in your lifts, your all the things that moves, your escalators, your plumbing system, your electrical system, and then your mechanical people come in. Then later on, your electrical people to provide all the IT infrastructure and the electrical stuff, as well as the computer people. So you see that the mechanical is one of the basic services that is required by society. So why choose mechanical and aerospace engineering? So you notice that engineering is one of the few economic pillars that Singapore relies on. And engineering has always played a role in the economic growth of Singapore. This slide here just shows a role from, I think, in the National Security, Teo Chee Hean, speaking at the launch of the engineering exhibition at the Science Center. Okay, and this is something that we are very passionate about. I know there are many choices facing young people nowadays, but you realize that engineering is a vital pillar, economic pillar for Singapore to grow. So if we do not have sufficient engineers, the economic situation of Singapore will not improve. Okay, so we always ask the young minds, please consider engineering. The other thing that I always tell students when in this current situation is that engineering is about the best first degree course you can take. You can't take engineering as an afterthought. You can't take another degree like maybe law and accounting and then try to do a master's or 1 year in engineering. It does not work that way. Okay, so you have to establish yourself. If you want to become an engineer, the only way you can get in as an engineer is to sign on as an undergraduate degree program. You can't do it as an afterthought. So it's one of the best courses to take. And you find that many of the successful people that you meet, they have their foundations, they did their first degree in engineering. And engineering is a very, very broad based content subject or discipline that helps you go into many other different industry areas. So these are just some slides I just show you of what Singapore is doing. Here we have Mr. Cheng Wee Kiang, 46. Again, he He's a director of the Robotics, Automation, and Unmanned Systems. And many of the solutions of challenges that we see in the future have to be solved by engineers. Okay, one of the biggest systems that we know, our MRT system, our Changi Airport, these are all major infrastructure developments, and they need lots and lots of engineers to keep going. Imagine if you don't have engineers, then all your future MRT lines will not be built. Okay, so there are many scopes and areas for our students to join in the industry once you have a degree in engineering. So this is another slide as well to show you the report. This was on today online on 30th March 2021, and it says engineers, product managers, the most sought after by Singapore and regional tech firms amid the talent crunch. So you find that even I was even surprised that the banking and finance people, things like DBS, are actually hiring engineers to develop their cybersecurity and infrastructure, the computer systems and all that, and not so much people in banking and finance, because they increasingly need more engineers to solve daily challenges in life. When you join our school, obviously we are very blessed with many research institutions as well as laboratories. And these are all created to basically give the students opportunities and experiential learning. And this is something that when you choose a good university and a good school, please check out their facilities. Okay, you do not actually come to the university to attend lectures. Now, lectures now you can do online, you can study, there's a lot of content online. But this is something where the laboratories experience you cannot replicate at home. You can't develop like this photograph here, solar powered car, or this is I think it's a high efficiency. This is the Nanyang Eco Venture series cars. And these are all opportunities to we provide our students to try out the knowledge that you learn. And this is something that you cannot replicate at home. So we've got many labs, laboratories around our school, as well as the wider university, to provide opportunities and experiential learning for our students. We also believed in hands-on learning, okay, hands-on machining. So we have workshops and all that. So you get to practice, and not so much, because nowadays students are only know 3D printing as the only way to manufacture products. So you get to try out in our labs, machining practices, milling, turning, drilling, tapping, and so on. And this is to complete you as an engineer, so that when you are designing solutions, you already have experience in the manufacturing processes needed, and hence you are well able to design engineering solutions much better as compared to if you have never touched this. So it's all about giving you a broad-based experience to know the other side of the engineering process, the things that turn materials into actual products. So we are very proud, and this is something that we get good feedback from our industry advisory panel, that our students are very hands-on, they are practical, they are able to solve problems and not just sit in the office and do simulations. So yeah, and that's why our engineers from NTU College of Engineering are well sought after in the industry. So this is an example of a 3D printed car, okay, and this is just an example of the experiential opportunities that we give our students, okay. Many times our students are encouraged to attend and join international competitions to pit themselves against other universities, just to see for yourself how good your engineering expertise is as compared to other universities. And needless to say that many of our entries win regularly at the international competitions. Now, here, in this slide here, it shows that we have 5 maker labs in NTU. We have one or two, I think, in our school itself. And these are basically maker labs for students, to give the students the opportunity to tinker on their ideas and to make products. And hopefully now our university is pushing on the innovation enterprise culture to hopefully give students the opportunity to create products and services. And we also have a trainings session to help students decide whether they are able to start up their own company and run a business from it. So we provide the entire spectrum of services in our university. The other one is, of course, because of our good industrial context and our numerous industry institutes, okay, labs that are based in NTU, our students get to work alongside engineers from these companies in undertaking their projects. So we have the HP Corp Lab, we have our Dyson, and if you look at our website, you see many other corp labs we have, okay? And this is so that we establish you get to establish a close relationship with the engineers out in the industry, so that by the time you graduate, you find that the engineers in the industry already know you as well as know your capabilities. So this is something that we are very proud of when you are deciding which university to go to. Please check whether the university gives you a lot of industry exposure and experience. Now, this is another area that we are very proud of. Some students are more inclined to go on the research route. Okay, they want to become an engineering researcher. And this is something that we create this opportunity under this program called Eureka, and it's called the Undergraduate Research Experience on Campus. And this is where when you're in the second or third year, you'll be invited and you'll see a list of research projects available that you can get to choose. And then if the principal investigator, the researcher, finds your application suitable, they will invite you to join them or join the research group. And you get to experience from the second year onwards, at a very early stage, what the research culture is, what are the challenges, and whether this is having a career in research is something exciting for you. Okay, so a good number of our students like to pursue a career in research, and we start them early by the second and third year, and you can join our Eureka program. Okay, so now this is an important slide for you to know, one of the purposes for you to join this talk this morning. And I'll go slightly slower in this section so that you're clear on the degree programs and the structure of the courses, because this one, the most of you ask about this. You've already decided that you want to join the School of MAE. However, you're not sure about the degree programs as well as the format and structure of courses that we have. Okay, so for this talk, I will cover the mechanical engineering program. As you can see from our school, it's called the School of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, simply because we offer two degree programs, mechanical engineering and aerospace engineering. So for this talk, I will cover all the different aspects of the degree of mechanical engineering. Now, of course, we start off with just the solo degree, just a pure degree in mechanical engineering, so that we start with that. And then if you decide to move further, and this is a very popular choice among our students. Of course, nowadays, in this competitive world, just studying a pure mechanical engineering may not fully equip you with the challenges in the industry. So that's where we offer all the different, what you see here, the different options available that you can combine with your engineering degree to make you a more competent engineer when you face the industry. So we start with first one, the mechanical engineering with economics. And this one is a double degree. I believe it's 5 years, a full degree program for two. So we call this the double degree students. And then we have mechanical engineering with a minor in business. We have a mechanical engineering second major in business, mechanical engineering second major in society and urban systems, mechanical engineering in second major in data analytics, mechanical engineering second major in entrepreneurship, and mechanical engineering second major in sustainability. So the keywords here you should take note of is, apart from mechanical engineering, is the economics, business, society and urban systems, data analytics, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. Okay, so that's the second one you need to just take note of. And then the next point is you want to know the difference between a minor, a second, and a major. Okay, so usually the major tends to be about 25% of your time studying the other option. A minor is usually about 10% of your course time to study the different second option. Okay, so that is just the timing available. So these are the different options. If you have other course options that you want to take, you can approach the school, and we will have to work with the other schools, because most of these courses involve studying in another school who's providing the supplementary part of your degree program, and we have to ask the other school whether this option is possible. But these are the established courses, second option available to accompany your mechanical degree program. Okay, so that is the so-called degree program itself, okay, the very first one. Now, within the degree program, there are what we call streams. Okay, so I'm going to introduce to you the concept of streams as well as specializations, which you have to take note of this morning. Okay, so the first one is the people who join our course. Okay, we have the mainstream, and these are the, by default, you start from year one, and you are given some choices of specialization to do in year 4. Now, for the students joining when you've completed the first year, they have the choice to do a stream, either to stay on in the mainstream, which is the bulk of the students, and then we have the design stream, where the students start doing more focus on design engineering in the second year. And the third one is, this is my stream. Okay, I'm the director of the Robotics and Mechatronics stream. Students also select that from the second year. And then I think in the next year, we will be introducing a new intelligent manufacturing stream. And this is for direct entry into year 1. Okay, so I'll talk about the streams first, and then later on, I'll talk about the specializations. Okay, so for the mainstream, and this is the bulk of the students coming to NTU, coming to our School of MAE, they will stay on in the mainstream. So the mainstream, basically, these are some of the fundamentals of engineering that you cover. And then there are several prescribed electives in year 4 that you get to choose. Okay, and obviously, in the final year, some of these electives can be geared that you select into a specialization of your choice. Okay, so remember, these are the prescribed electives that you're going to do in year 4. Okay, so these are the specializations, and remember, these specializations are only, okay, I stress again, only available to students who are in the mainstream, are selected for the mainstream. They are not available for students who have joined the design stream or the robotics and mechatronics streams, because they have their own prescribed electives to do. So for students in the mainstream, these are the specializations that you can take in year 4. Remember the prescribed electives, so you choose a particular combination of prescribed electives. It can come under aeronautical engineering, systems engineering, manufacturing engineering, naval architecture and marine engineering, smart manufacturing, and digital factory. So one of the things that I always advise students is that we have also aeronautical engineering. Okay, this is specialization as opposed to our full-fat aerospace engineering that we have in our school also. So for students who want to straddle both, you want to do mechanical engineering plus a bit of aeronautical engineering, you can choose this option. That means that you have to select to choose in the mainstream, and then in a final year, choose your prescribed electives to do the area of aeronautical engineering. Okay, similarly applies for systems engineering, manufacturing engineering, naval architecture and marine engineering, and smart manufacturing and digital factory. Okay. Now, the next one is from the second year onwards, if you choose to design, choose to go to the design stream. So this is the design stream, and what our design streams offer. The design stream partners with the School of Arts, Design and Media. And these are the main key points: emphasis on creativity, technology, and design methodology. So we realize that some of our students love to go into this area. It's a popular stream. Not all students like this, but we have a good number that like to do design engineering. So basically, the role is to transform and train design engineers to be competent. They have to have a good foundation in engineering. Remember, this is not arts and media. Arts and media deal with how the product looks, but the design engineer has to ensure that the product is able to function, the innards of the product. So that's why you still have to have a good grounding in engineering, but focus on the design aspects. So you'll be taking on different kind of projects to give you this kind of experiences. And you can also join, I think there's a design engineering competition. The Director of Engineering, Prof. Chen, will advise you once you join the design stream. There's this Korean design competition that our students go every year to participate. Okay, so this is a typical example of the projects that they do. They're given a problem, they have to identify what are the problems. We generate different kinds of concepts and ideas, and then we do the programming and electronics and programming. Now, the product that you see here was done by our design students several years back. It's a Braille translator for people who are blind and who know Braille, and they wear this wearable device. They can enter the keys using the Braille, and the system can translate back to regular language for normal people to understand. Okay, these are some of the tasks for identifying the problem. In this case here, they identified that to reversing the trend to help to increase Braille literacy rate. Okay, because if people who have lost their sight, they need to learn Braille, so they designed this device in order to learn Braille quickly. Okay, increase privacy of communication, and current devices are too bulky and not portable. So this is something that they identified challenges facing the people of the blind. So these are what our design stream students came up with. They have a little wearable device that can provide the Braille output. They can have 6 buttons for the Braille input. And I've got a little video. I think hopefully I can play. You can see the mechanisms which was designed. Okay, so it's not just the overall shape and form, but how the systems work as well. They have to settle this. Okay, so this is just a slide of how the product works. Okay, and then they built the concept, and let's see, yeah. So this is example. Hope you can hear the video. Okay, so this is just a quick overview of a kind of projects that the design stream students do. We next move on to the robotics and mechatronics stream. So this is my stream that I'm in charge of. And this is a very extremely popular course among our students. Obviously, in this day and age, our engineers want to be multidisciplinary. So obviously, mechatronics by its very nature is multidisciplinary in nature. You can see all the different facets of mechatronics. You have control systems, electronics, mechanical systems, so on and so forth. And once with this knowledge, you get to be able to solve many exciting products and innovations. I think we are very proud in this photo here. I think in one of the earlier National Day celebrations, we have got our Edgar, who was the MC during the National Day event. This is a final year project. This is my project, MA 4012, and Mechatronics, and the students are tasked to design an autonomous robot that can pick ball and then navigate. Okay, they do not know where the ball is, pick up the ball and then deliver in the collection area. Along the way, they have an opponent also on the same arena trying to do the same. And of course, whoever can pick the most successfully pick up and deliver the ball will win the competition. So I'm very proud of this subject because it gives students an opportunity to understand the real world challenges and optimization in mechatronics design. And they learn so much more than what I can just teach during the lectures. I'll just play a short video just to show what you can do. To avoid the yellow line, find the ball. Usually when they deliver, they are very, very happy. Move on. So this is a photograph of my students. I'm there in the center, and you can see they're all very proud of their achievements. Because when you spend a whole semester building an autonomous robot like me, like this, you find that you really learn a lot, and such a humongous, huge achievement in engineering that you have achieved, and something that you can share with the outside world what you've done. Also in robotics and mechatronics, is very real world oriented. Okay, this was a robot done by one of our startup companies. Transformer is a company startup by Prof. Chen Yiming. And he developed an autonomous robot that can spray during the COVID. I know this Monday we are moving out the COVID-19 restrictions, but during the height of the COVID, he developed this robot to move around NTU to help disinfect the place. So you find that the knowledge of robotics is very, very useful in many real-world settings to solve many real-world challenges, as you can see. And you can see, I think robots are more prevalent nowadays. As you go around in the shopping centers, you see robot cleaners mopping and cleaning the floors and so on and so forth. Okay, and even in the food courts as well, you see robots moving around collecting trays. So you find that robots are now very pervasive in our daily lives. Now I'll move on to the next stream. This is something that is new. We don't have much information yet. Intelligent manufacturing system. Again, this is something that the industry wants to tailor our engineers, to train our engineers more in intelligent manufacturing system, because there are many advances in engineering, in manufacturing. Now this stream will be offered in AY 2023-2024. And once the information, I think the option will be given once the students reach the first year. You'll be given this option, and more information will be provided. Okay, this stream is managed under Dr. Leong Ka Fai. Okay, so we will provide more information. Look out for more information of this in our website. Now, this slide just shows you the breadth of the different companies that our students join after graduating. We are very proud with our career attachment office. I work very closely. In fact, our school works very closely with the career attachment office. And the career attachment office basically provides two different services for our students. So the career attachment office provides the industrial attachment opportunity, something that you'll be doing on the third year to start your exposure with working into the company, with the industry companies. You get to choose the companies that you like to feel that you like to work. They'll try to match for you. Okay, and this is the very first step that will start your industry exposure once you are in the third year. Okay. The other service that the Career Attachment Office does is the career counseling or career guidance. And this is something that we are very proud of. We start our students from the third year onwards. We encourage 2 years before the graduation. Remember, students tend to have the wrong concept that I study hard, I don't worry about the companies first. I study hard, get a good result, and then with my beautiful result, I land a job. In this day and age, sad to say that doesn't work. Okay, working is like a matchmaking and a marriage process. You cannot just jump into a company and hope to work and everything seems fine. The matchmaking process can start 6 months to 1 year before you graduate. The company needs to know that you exist, and you need to know how the company operates. And this is where our career guidance counselors who have extensive contacts with the industry will get to meet you. You sign on an appointment with them. They will check your CV. They will check what you can do, and they will start the process of matchmaking you with the different companies. And this is something that we are very proud of the services. It's not just a degree that we provide when you join a school, but we provide the necessary career counseling to ensure that you transition smoothly into the industry that requires your services. So this is just a broad range of companies, and I'm very impressed. I think just yesterday was the last day they organized the career fair, or was the 3rd, 4th, and 7th, I think, of February. They had the career fair, and there were so many companies that the Career Advisory Office CEO invited to come and exhibit, and many of them were headhunting our engineers, our graduates. Okay, this one here, just for information, I know some of you listen to the talk, you say, okay, what is the salary that this course does? Well, based on the Graduate Employment Survey, I know this is a 2021 survey. I checked the numbers. The 2021 survey, actually, MOE publishes in March 2022. So we don't have the 2022 numbers yet, because MOE will only publish the latest numbers in March 2023. So it's still February. So the best number we have is here. Now, though this number may not be, yes, you can say there are other degree programs that pays higher. I always advise my students that you should never join a course simply because it has the highest salary paying numbers. This is a lifelong career choice that you're going to embark on. And it's very important that you choose a course aligned with your interests, okay, and what you're comfortable with. So usually for the career advisory, I always ask the students, you tell us what you like to do in life, what areas you like to contribute, where are your strengths, whether you like to start up a company, you like to work in a particular company, serve as a particular engineer, or whatever career dreams you have. Let us know. Our career advisory advisors are around. You can also approach me, and we can advise you, okay, based on your career aspirations, this is likely the course you should take, okay? And usually, if you take a course that you enjoy, then very likely your salary will also go up. There is no point choosing a course which pays the most, but you hate the course, or it's just not to your liking, and you'll be very unhappy. So take this choice decision very seriously, and focus on identifying what is it that you love to do in life, what is it that is meaningful to you, and then select the course that can help you grow to establish your life goals. Okay, so the salary is just an indication of your contribution into society, but it should never be used as your decision to decide which course to choose simply because this is the highest number. Okay, never do that. You result in very unhappy and unhappy engineers, or unhappy engineers or employees when you graduate. Okay, so I think that is all I need to share with you today. These are some contexts you can follow us at our school website. There's this link that you can ask MAE. You can ask any questions you like. www.ntu.edu/MAE, as well as follow us on our Facebook, NTU/MAE. Okay, so that's my sharing for today. So this is where our Q&A sessions. Feel free to type your questions in the chat box, and then you can ask away. I'm not sure whether Mei Chin is moderating the questions or not. So yeah, just ask. Okay, so we have a first question from Gabriel. I wish to pursue mechanical engineering and minor in business. Due to the minor, do you think I still have enough credits to pursue modules related to aeronautical engineering specialization? Okay, maybe this question, can I ask Mei Chen to answer, because she takes care of the number of credits. She's from the undergraduate office, so she takes care of the school's registration. Maybe you are able to answer Gabriel's question.
Hi, Gabriel. Hi, thank you, Prof. Heng. So yes, for Gabriel, if you like to pursue the minor in business, the minor is actually 15 credits. So on top of that, you will have only 3 additional credits due to your broadening and deepening electives. We can allow you to overload so that you can have enough credits to still pursue the aeronautical engineering specialization.
Okay, does that answer your question, Gabriel? Thanks, Machen.
No problem.
Anyone else, feel free to type your questions in. Make sure it's productive. It must be, this session must be fulfilling for you. So do ask your questions. Go ahead. For Mohammed, I wish to pursue part-time mechanical engineering urban societies. I would like to know if exposure earlier are open to part-time students. Okay, this question, Machen, do the part-time students have the option to also do a minor, the urban and society systems?
Unfortunately, part-time students cannot pursue minor programs, only can pursue the main mechanical engineering program.
Okay, so Mohammed, for you, if you want to do the urban and society systems, you have to join the the full-time students. There's not, the option is not available for part-time students. Okay, Charmaine, at which year do students do an FYP project? You do in your final year, year 4. It's supposed to be a capstone project. So when you need your first 3 years foundation to learn all the necessary knowledge, and the final year project serves as a demonstrator for your competency as an engineer. Okay, next one. Ambrose Chan, can I know what's the requirement for UEC students to enter aerospace engineering course? Machen, can you answer that question? Are you able to?
I don't see the question from
Ambrose Chan, 11:47 a.m. AC. Can I know what is the requirement for an UEC student to enter the aerospace engineering course?
For requirement wise, we will probably need to check with admissions because different cutoff points and different admission requirement apply to different enrollment intake year.
Okay.
So probably we'll take this question back and you can email us first. We will let you know.
Okay, can. Next one from Gabriel. Does overloading mean extending a semester? No, it doesn't. You overload means you take more subjects in a semester, but this requires approval. Machen, are you able to advise how many credits AUs a student can overload in a semester?
For year 1, we can allow up to 24 AUs, and then year 2, year 3, 27. And then year 4 will be 19, excluding FYP.
Okay, so just take note that typical subject is around 3 to 4 AUs. So that is the average overloading you can do. Victoria, for mainstream, is it a must to choose a specialization in year 4? Machen, you want to answer that?
Nope, don't need to choose a specialization. It's not compulsory. If you don't wish to specialize, you can read any major prescribed elective course.
Okay, very good. Priya Nair, can I have the recording of this meeting, please? Machen, how to answer?
I think Amina will follow up after the recording. We will finish the Q&A session first. I think we will then distribute the recording accordingly.
Okay.
Hi everyone. Then the video will be in the YouTube. Yeah, will be uploaded in the YouTube for the entire recording of the video of this session. Yes. So no worries.
Thank you. Okay, Mohammed says sorry, but the website indicates that the urban systems is offered for part-time. Is that an error on our side, or Machen? Remember the urban systems for part-time students?
Because the urban systems is actually the second major program.
Okay, so he's saying that in the website it indicated is offered for part-time students.
Maybe you can link me the website. I can see which one it is.
So Mohammed, please check with Machen.
Yeah, sure. I will send you a private PM.
Yeah. Can. Thank you. Prandu, regarding robotics stream in mechanical engineering, will the course be more theoretical or practical, and will the students be able to join robotics research? Okay, so I'm the director of the robotics stream. So theoretical robotics is not useful in society. Okay, knowing about robotics is not useful or not valued in that industry. What you do with the knowledge is valuable. So I stress again, all our robotics subjects have a practical content, usually about 50%. There's a lab work and a practical projects that you have. So practical is highly emphasized. Okay, I don't call it a good robotics subject if it has no practical content. So yes, Pandu, trust me, I've designed the stream so to make sure that all the students, and this is one of the challenges because of the sheer number of equipment that the students have to play with. We can only limit, we can't take in a lot of students. Okay, I would think it's only about 100 odd students, 100, maybe 110 is about maximum number each year, strictly because of the sheer amount of equipment as well as the laboratory space needed to support the robotics and mechatronics students. Now, will students be able to join robotics research? Absolutely. We have got a robotics club under Prof. Chen EU doing a robotics competition. We have got the Robotics Research Center as well. So it's up to you to speak to the different faculties. You can speak to Prof. Kim Huat, you can Prof. Chen Yiming, you can speak to the RC Director, Prof. Domenico, and join their research team and do your projects under them. So not a problem because we have so many research centers. This is the attraction that you can definitely do work in robotics research. Pranchett, can we exceed the number of maximum credits in each year if we wish to pursue some extra electives which we find interesting? Mei Chen, are you able to answer this question? Can we exceed the number of maximum credits
in the last year?
In
the last year, yes, correct. Last year, actually, we cannot allow because you guys will already have a very heavy load doing the FYP, as the FYP final year project spans over 2 semesters in your final year. So we can allow up to only 19.
19 is less,
credits.
okay, less than the
Yes,
usual 24.
correct.
Okay, but you can still overload, so you can take extra electives. Jun Wei, hi, just now you mentioned about research opportunity offered in Eureka MAE in year 2. With a degree in MAE, will I be able to pursue a career in R&D field? Yes, absolutely. Many of our graduates have gone on to work in A-Star, work on in DSO and many research companies. So absolutely, and the fact that you've done Eureka on your CV to show that you have a research capability potential, you've undertaken research projects, gives you a very good opportunity to work in these research centers. Okay, many of the government research centers our graduates work there. Okay, Nurba Erman, is there a GPA requirement to take a minor in business? And if we choose to specialize in design robotics stream, is a minor still possible? Okay, Mei Chen, are you able to answer that question?
Okay, so for a minor in business, there is a CGPA requirement. Also, on top of the CGPA requirement, it may also look at the courses, modules that you have already read with the business school and the grades that you have been awarded for those modules.
Okay.
So yeah, and the second part of the question, to specialize in the design and or robotics stream, you can still take the minor.
Okay, so it's still open. You do the stream, you join either design or robotics mechatronics stream, you can still do a minor. Okay, we appeal to many of our students. We are very student-centric. I'm a 49-year-old without a degree applied, and would you share any quota on the number of applicants via the aptitude-based admissions, and does the applicant need to attend any interview, and how do I apply the work study and what work opportunities are offered? Question by Gerald Lu. Mei Chen, are you able to answer this question?
I can try to cover as much as possible for this question, but I may not know everything. So for students without a degree so far, adult learners, we would recommend you to join the part-time program instead of the full-time program. But of course, the part-time program would require the candidate to be already working full-time in the engineering related fields.
Okay, Gerald,
Yeah,
hope
correct.
that
Yeah.
answers your question. Further on, obviously, you can send an email to Ask MAE. The email, maybe Mitchell, you can type it in the chat box so that they know who to type to the general question to the general office. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
In case you can't remember the questions here, but we'll try to answer as many questions as we can. Kevin says, does mechanical engineering degree means you are exposed to more career opportunities? Definitely. There are lots of different diverse opportunities that a degree in mechanical engineering can give you. We don't claim that it's the highest paying, and we never did, but it's definitely the most diverse, and you train in a lot of different backgrounds. And we have students who have gone on to, trust me on this, they've gone on to take a medical degree after mechanical engineering, they've gone on to take law, they've gone on to take accounting, and so on and so forth. You'll be surprised just how diversified our graduates are. However, as I said, it's a flip side. Engineering is something that you can only do as a first degree. You don't hear people studying law and then after study engineering, you find that they're just not trained. Now you're young, your brain is still very neuroplastic. Do engineering first, then you can always do any of the other degree programs later. But you never hardly hear the flip side. People do another non-engineering degree program and then become an engineer. You find it very, very challenging. Okay, so yes, there are a lot of career opportunities, and this one I need to connect you with our career attachment office, and your eyes will really pop as to how much career opportunities are available. Okay, Amelia asks, if I apply to mechanical engineering with second major, am I still able to specialize in year 4? I believe so. Yeah, Machen, is that correct?
Yes, you can specialize. Yeah, because the specialization is independent of your second major.
Okay, specialization is independent of a second major. Absolutely, you can. Okay, Gerald Lu, could you share in mechanical engineering how to specialize in additive and smart manufacturing? Mitchell, do you have information about the new stream course?
The new stream course we have is under the intelligent smart manufacturing. So for additive smart manufacturing, it is actually one module in the course, the stream. Yeah. So to specialize, you can be opting in to join the stream after year 1.
Okay, this joining the stream, the intelligent manufacturing stream, they only select once they've completed year 1, right? Not now when they are joining the school, right? Is that right?
Yeah, not now when they're joining the school,
Okay,
unless
so
they are local diploma holders, then they can select upon admission to join direct entry. Yeah.
So because the diploma holders come in second year direct entry. So for people like you do your first year first, and then you get to choose the intelligent smart manufacturing. The additive, the 3D part is just one of the subjects in the intelligent manufacturing stream. Okay, so you only choose that in the second year. Okay. So the Machen has provided the email, general email for you to ask any questions even outside after this talk. Ask mae@ntu.edu.sg. Okay, just send any of your queries to this email, and Machen will be there, and the people in the office will answer your questions. Okay. Gabriel, hi. My diploma is in aeronautical engineering. What innovation-related modules, but no specific business background. So will I be able to take mechanical engineering plus business minor? Machen, are you able to answer this question?
Yes, you can still apply. However, those students with relevant business modules with relevant background probably will have an edge over. But yeah, definitely you can still apply. Okay, you're not prevented. There's no restriction to apply. We always suggest to students, please put your application in. Chances are you have a good chance of getting the course that you want. Victoria asks, when will the application results be released? Machen, you know? Yeah, this one I'm not so sure. I have to go to admissions.
Roughly what's the date each year?
Each year we send out the offer sometime in April, May timing. Okay, yeah, because it comes out in several stages, right? Several rounds, right? Correct. Yeah, the matching. So yeah, around the April, May is the results will come out. Okay. Junwei,
could you tell me one thing about NTU MAE in NTU versus that NUS ME does not offer? Okay, so actually not one thing, we got a whole long list of things. First and foremost, our school is definitely bigger than them. We do a full-blood aerospace degree program, whereas over at NUS they do a specialization. We also do a specialization, but we do the full-fat degree program. We have definitely more industry labs, corp labs available, more opportunities. And of course, some students, I know I don't want to say this, but if you want to say, people always ask, and it's no secret, who is a better school, MAE, NTU side or NUS side, okay? Of course, we are both big universities that support and train engineers in our own specific areas for the benefit for Singapore. But when push comes to shove, they say, which is the better school? Okay, I won't tell you the answer, but you search out QS rankings, mechanical engineering school, and you see our names are who is above who. I won't say, you can find out for yourself. Okay, are there any FYP projects offered in robotics and mechatronics? Absolutely, I'm the one to look for. And obviously, I also encourage you. There's a special list of FYP's projects not offered to the mainstream students. It's only for the robotics and mechatronics stream students. And these are proposed by the robotics and mechatronics faculty, the professors, and they will provide a whole list of projects for you to choose from. But that is not the whole list. You are also encouraged to create your own project as well. And if you deem suitable, we can create the FYP. Several years ago, I had one very driven, motivated student who was teaching guitar, okay, as a hobby. And he came to me and said, could I devise a pointer, a laser pointer that I can put on the fretboard of the guitar. And when I play the music, right, the system knows how to point the red dots on the fretboard to teach the student how to press the guitar. And I said, oh, that's a wonderful FYP that I didn't think about. And I totally gave him the FYP for him to create. And I believe he got an A grading for his FYP because this was a project he totally wanted to do. So yes, you are free to create whatever suitable FYP project you want, but it has to meet the certain academic content. Okay, Pandu, does the robot research in NTU also work with artificial intelligence such as self-learning robots? Absolutely. This is the current time of AI. We have a whole subject under Prof. Chai Yu and Prof. Samir teaching AI. In fact, now AI is now, I think, one of the mandatory courses for all the students. And students are encouraged to incorporate AI elements in their project. So absolutely, AI is used in our school. Mohammed, for the research exposure in year 2, is that available for part-time students? Nathan?
Part-time students, no, only full-time students, yeah, for the Eureka.
What if they approach the faculty in charge? Because the faculty offer the Eureka projects, right? And if the part-time student says, I can fulfill the whatever conditions, just like the full-time, will it be allowed? Or is it a case-by-case basis?
It might be case-by-case, but of course, the Eureka office also needs to approve.
Okay. So Mohammed, so if you can get the Eureka office to approve for part-time students, then you'll get a green light. Okay, so I won't say outright yes, but it's possible. Okay, but it's not a hard no. Or that's the best answer I can give you. Okay, Charmaine, how do credits work? I'm slightly unfamiliar with this term, credits. Machen, can you answer Charmaine's question?
Okay, so for credits, right, actually, it refers to the academic units, the same thing that you can get after you read and pass a module. So regular module, we have about 3 credits, which is 3 academic units. So you need to accumulate a certain number of academic units, which is these credits, right? Then you can graduate from our program.
Are you able to advise, Machen, how many academic units required to graduate and roughly how many academic units students take each year?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So for a 4-year program, the student will need to accumulate 135 academic units, which is the credits, then the student can graduate. And then for each semester, it will be about 21 to 24 academic units.
Okay, per semester, we have 2 semesters per year. Other
Yeah.
universities, they have 3 semesters per year. So 21 to 24 times 2. So each academic year, maybe 48 academic units. Throughout your 4 years, you accumulate your 142.
135.
Oh, 135. Okay.
Yeah.
135.
The students don't need to take the maximum number of academic units per semester. It really based on the student's pace of learning and the load that student wants to take.
Ah, okay. And how many years are students given to get their undergraduate degree? It doesn't need to finish exactly in 4 years, right?
Correct. We allow up to 6 years, but of course, the student will need to pay semester tuition fees accordingly.
Okay, 6 years. And what about the other way? If they want to overload, and do it in the shortest possible time, what is the allowable time they can overload? We have an accelerated degree program, 3.5 years, is that?
Yes, correct. That is the one, 3.5 years.
Okay, so the fastest students can do is 3.5 years. Cannot do shorter than that.
No, cannot.
Okay, 3.5
It's also
years. Okay.
unlikely.
Unlikely,
Unlikely,
because
correct.
there's a lot of subjects AU's loading on the student. Because
correct.
we always advise don't just overload, because your degree, your grades can suffer. You do too fast, then instead of getting A's, you start getting B's and C's, no good. So don't do that. Okay. So again, we'll counsel you. We'll check whether you're capable, then we'll approve it. Okay. Okay, Nuba, Aman, do you have to decide whether we want to take a minor when we apply, or we can decide later on in SEM 1 or year 1 or SEM 2? So, Nathan, they really need to decide the minor. When do they need to decide when to apply for the minor?
Upon application, you can apply already, but of course, you want to decide later, that will be fine also. The only concern is that if you decide later, you have less time to do the modules for the minor.
When is the latest they're allowed to choose the minor?
In final year. So after you are done, yes, during final year, that's the latest. But of course, during final year, only left with 2 semesters, a bit difficult to clear the minor modules already.
Okay, okay, noted. Next question, Prachet, does MAE incorporate digital skills like programming in robotics and mechatronics stream to better deal with AI? Absolutely. In fact, digital and computer literacy skills is mandatory for all students in year 1 anyway, not just for the robotics and mechatronics. In fact, now we are even rolling out the mechatronics subject, introduction to mechatronics, as a teaser subject for all mainstream students as well. We are actually stretching up, because we've reached a stage in industry that we cannot have a mechanical engineering who is not ignorant or not knowledgeable in the field of programming. So the digital literacy skills, as well as mechatronics, will be introduced to mainstream students. Okay, so yes, absolutely, it's totally a requirement. Okay, Tony asked about scholarships. Nathan can advise about the scholarships available.
Okay, scholarships, we actually have 2 kinds. So one kind will be the Premium Scholars Program that will fall under the University Scholars Program and the CN Young Scholars Program. So for these 2, we also have the Renaissance, Scholars Program. Renaissance, all right. So for these 3 programs, students actually read a slightly different set of modules and fulfill a slightly different number of academic credits. So they have to read more for the scholarships. For another type, there is another one. So that will be the regular NTU sponsored scholarships. These are generally awarded to students based on the academic merit and good CCA records.
It's on our website, right? For more information.
This is the one.
Yeah. So Tony, please refer to our school website. There's a whole list of information there. So we cannot answer it all give you all the information here. Okay, go to our website. Okay, Fan Chen Kwek. Will it be hard for direct entry students to catch up, especially when we have forgotten a lot of stuff taught in Polytechnic? Poly, okay, so this is a very perennial question they ask all the time. Most students can cope, okay? Because once they get into the hang of it with their peers, and they will catch up. However, for really exceptional cases, you find that you're really difficult. You can ask to overload on the foundation subjects to keep up. I'm not sure whether we have rare cases where poly students request to go in through our first year rather than the second year. Machen, have we had cases like this before where they cannot really catch up? They feel difficult?
Yeah, we do have poly students. They don't choose to join the direct entry program 3 year. They choose to join starting from year 1. Yeah.
Okay, so Fan Chen Kwek, if you feel really challenging during the course, you can request the school to push you to back to first year. Because as a polytechnic, you have the advantage of joining our second year course. Okay, there are quite a number of subjects that you are exempted from taking because you are a polytechnic student. Charmaine, what are the specializations offered in MAE again? Okay, let me reverse my slide, show you the specialization. So these are for the mainstream students and for the final year. So there you go, Charmaine, these are the specializations: aeronautical, systems engineering, manufacturing engineering, naval architecture and marine engineering, smart manufacturing and digital factory. This is also on our website. Okay, very good. What's the difference between a minor and a major? Okay, sorry, let me explain again. Minor basically means that you spend about 10% of your course time pursuing the subjects. I think a minor might be 2 subject areas. I think I have to check the admission office again. I remember they told me 2 subjects and it's 10% of your course time. For major, you do something like four subjects, and it's about 25% of your final year time. So that's the difference. Is down to the time you spend doing the subjects of your choosing. Okay, Charmaine asks, are there overseas opportunities? Yes, absolutely. Last time we used to have a slide, but then during the COVID, there were the opportunities to go. So now with the COVID rescinding and the restrictions removed, we will restart again. So we have got many different kinds of overseas opportunities. I think we are very proud that at least 80% of our students have at least a chance to go overseas. In the past, we've got the Explorer program, and Machen, do you know the details? I forgot already. Quite a few overseas opportunities for
Yes,
students.
correct. We have the overseas exchange for the summer program. Also, there will be a few, probably 1 month plus, and then another type will be the 1 full semester overseas exchange program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, please check our website. We actually have an office called OGEMS that look after all the overseas exchange programs for our students. Okay, Yu Cheng asks, how do I know if mechanical engineering is the one for me? So I get asked this question many times, and usually I turn the question around to the student and I say, okay, Yu Cheng, can you tell me what is it you like to do in life that you totally love enjoying? And you'll be surprised, and I can advise you whether a course in mechanical engineering will be of help to you. So it's usually about, you tell us what is it you like to do in life, your favorite job, your favorite career path, and then we can advise you whether mechanical engineering is the course you should apply for. Okay, Praychat says, if we are not selected for scholarships at any time of admission, are there scholarships available for students in further years based on their CGPA in the university? Yeah, we do have, apart from scholarships, we also have bursaries if funding is an issue. Maybe, Machen, you are able to provide more information about scholarships application availability for students in the second year onwards. What opportunities are there?
Probably I will send the link, then you guys can check from there.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, again, there's a lot of information. The school also has a bursary, quite a number of bursaries to help students who have got financial challenges as well. Okay, what is the email address I have to contact if I have further queries? It's askMAE. If you look up the chat box, it's askMAE, one word, ASKMAE at @ntu.edu.sg. Okay, Victoria, you remember? askMAE at ntu.edu.sg. askMAE. I'll type it again, ntu.edu.sg. edu.sg. Okay, something like that. Okay, any other questions? Seems we've satisfied everybody's queries. Okay, so yeah, just maybe a few more seconds. Thank you so much for joining this session. I hope, as I said, I hope that this session with me, Mei Chen, has proved beneficial and useful for you. Please let us know how we can improve our presentation. We've missed out any vital information. We try to squeeze as much information in the 1 hour. So thank you for spending the morning and now afternoon with us, and hopefully you can also join our physical open house. I think that's on the 25th of February. I think two Saturdays time, correct? Not? Is that right? Yeah. That's a physical open house where you get to meet our professors face to face as well, rather than just the virtual session. Okay, so if nothing, then thank you so much. I will close this session, and I hope you get to choose. Please decide. This is the important decision in your life. Choose what you like, what you feel is comfortable, you like to do. And I hope that a choice of mechanical engineering is something that would fit into your career choice. And rest assured that choosing the School of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering NTU is one of the best engineering choices you can make. We are highly ranked. We are easily in the top 10 of the best engineering schools in the world. So you are absolutely in good hands. We provide a very excellent foundation academic content, provide lots of experiential learning, create a lot of business, industrial and research opportunities. And then we will look after you for your career choices and make you to make sure that you fit into the choice job of your dreams. So this our specialty. So I hope to see you around the school. So thank you so much.